Hey guys, Farag here. Okay, I've decided to make an actual, a useful video for you guys. It's going to be a lot of tips about Battleforge you might not have known. So first of all, I want you to know that I got the names. If you did not post in the forum, even if you send me emails in games, I'm sorry, you are not going to win from this giveaway. I had a code strip names from the forum and cross-check them with YouTube. So if you didn't have in the forum, I'm sorry, you're not going to win. I had to go through it and remove some ridiculous names that people put down, but anyhow, I won't get into that. Still, prizes should be going out within the next few weeks. It's just not going to be easy to get everyone. It's a lot of work for me, but I'll do what I can. A quick shout out before I begin. Anybody who has a YouTube channel, originally I said only Battleforge, but I'm going to make an exception. I'll tell you how. If you have a YouTube channel and you want me to give a shout out, go to the forums, Battleforge forums, and if you go on the forums to, where is it? Here, in media, you go to attention all YouTube channels. I want you to write between 1 and 3 sentences, one is the best, of what your YouTube channel is about and the name of your YouTube channel, like channel Calger X and then what you do. And I'm going to give a shout out to all the YouTube channels explaining what they do, and you can go check them out. Obviously, my goal here is not to make myself popular or anything. My goal is to get as many people watching as many Battleforge stuff as possible. So if you have a channel for Battlefield Heroes, or you have a channel for League of Legends or Dota or whatever it is, I'll shout out to you on condition you do some Battleforge stuff. I want more people to become aware of Battleforge as quickly as possible before EA makes a judgment call. Anyhow, so that's about that, and yeah. And as you can see, if you go down to 500 subscriber giveaway, I wrote that this contest is over. So you can't post anymore, and that's done with. Now, the goodies I was going to show you. Go to Documents, or if you're old school, I don't know what you have, just basically go to Documents. So it'll be your username / Documents, or whatever that is, and double-click on Battleforge. Now here's a couple interesting things I'll show you. First of all, open up the config file. So it says config, or config.xml, or whatever it is in Windows XP. Right-click it. You want to open it with, oh goodness, how do I do this? Oh, come on. Whatever, I'll just double-click it. You want to open it with a, no. Man, edit, there you go. Edit. So now I have this stuff. Let me show you some goodies you could do. First of all, when you start Battleforge, you have that annoying and that big annoying noise, and you have to wait and click for all the stuff to, okay. So what you could do is, where it says over here, skip intro movies, you can put the number 1. 1 in binary in computer talk means yes. So this is telling you to automatically skip the introduction movies. So it'll go straight to the Battleforge load screen. You'll skip all the introduction movies. So that's a nice little trick. It'll save you some time. There are a couple things you could do with this. I'm not going to get into everything. You can also go over here, which I'm going to do right now. Full screen is right now yes. I don't want full screen. I'm going to put it on 0 for no. And I'm going to change the screen height. Let me think. I want it to be more narrow. So right now it's very widescreen. I want it less widescreen. So I'm going to do something like 700 by 700. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'll test out. Actually, I want it more. I'll try this. We'll see what happens. Now I'm going to save it, and you're going to see how this works. Well, actually I'm not going to show you because I'm doing other stuff also. But basically the idea is, now I'm going to do Control S and save this. I'm going to leave it down so that I can modify it if I'm in the mood. Now when I start Battleforge, the actual Battleforge screen will be about this big, and that's it. And I won't get an introduction movie. So there's 2 things I really like about that. And the advantage for me is that now when I have all these names here, I can just copy, paste, as in doing mails, instead of going back and forth between the full screen game and not. So that's nice. Now for those of you who do not know, well, we don't do maps anymore really. Now it's in game down, so I'm not going to go into that. If you go to replays, right? So all your games are saved here, the replays you have. Now, what you could do is, if by mistake you had a game and you really wanted to save it and you forgot to save it, you can go to autosave, which is automatically saved game. You can click it and you can save this, or whatever the name of the game you want is, and boom, it's not going to delete the game. Because what happens every time you play, it rewrites on the autosave. So now this game is saved. So if you had a game and you forgot to save it, you can save it that way. Just going into your Documents, Battleforge Replays, and renaming the autosave to whatever you want, and that will be saved. So that's a cool little trick. Anyhow, that's about it, guys. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you save a replay and you want to email it to me because you think it's a really good replay, just come to this folder, Documents, Battleforge Replays, take the file you want and email it to me. And I can dump this file back in my replays folder, and then it'll show up when I want to watch a replay in game. That's about it for the Battleforge tips for today, guys. It might take me some time to get you these Battleforge points. So you officially were supposed to get 100 Battleforge points. I'm actually going to give 125 to everyone. I know I didn't promise or anything, but my subscriptions went up a lot in the past week. It didn't hit 650, so there's no double deal, but it went up enough that I'm impressed, and you guys have definitely been trying. So I'm going to give an extra couple Battleforge points out. So you'll all get 125 as soon as I can pull this off. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget, if you want you or anybody you know, and especially if you have a friend who has a lot of subscribers, tell him that I'm willing on giving a shout out for him, and maybe then he can post some sort of Battleforge something, and then I'll give a shout out for him, so it could be a win-win for everybody. Alright guys, see you in the